Coffee Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of State Attorney.
Letitia George on behalf of the Office of the Public Defender.
What type of case is Machado?
It's a domestic violence
Thank you.
misdemeanor.
It is. Okay. Okay. Yes, I can. Okay.
Your press top?
Yes.
Good morning, this is Judge Gibson.
Good morning, Judge. This is Paulo Lara, Portuguese interpreter, not sworn yet today.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Yes.
Do you swear to interpret from Portuguese to English, Portuguese, the testimonies you will receive today?
Yes, I do. Paulo Lara, Portuguese interpreter.
All right, thank you. This is case number 21MM101980. Please tell me your name.
Este é o caso 21MM1019AO. Por favor, me diga o seu nome. Abram.
Please tell me your whole name.
Por favor, me diga o seu nome inteiro.
One more time.
Mais
State
uma
your
vez.
name.
Diga o seu nome.
Hebron Machado.
Hebron Machado.
All right, Mr. Machado, you're here charged with battery, domestic violence. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Ma'am, in the box, do you wish to testify today?
No.
Senhor, você está aqui hoje sob uma acusação de agressão e violência doméstica e com base nos documentos apresentados e nas declarações coletadas também, eu declaro que há uma base factual para isso. A senhora gostaria de dar um testemunho?
You don't wish to testify?
I speak
Você não deseja testemunhar? Eu falo inglês. I speak English.
I understand you speak English. The interpreter is for him, but do you wish to testify this morning?
No.
No.
Eu entendo que você fala inglês, o intérprete é para ele, mas você deseja testemunhar? Não.
All right, sir. I'm going to set your bond at $500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. That includes third-party contact as well as electronic communication. Do you understand?
Senhor, então eu vou estabelecer a fiança no valor de $500. Você não pode manter contato com a vítima, nem através de terceiros e nem através de mecanismos eletrônicos ou aplicativos. Você entende?
Yes.
Yes.
I understand it looks like you're currently living in a hotel. You're not allowed to live together with your family at this time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Senhor, eu estou ciente de que no momento você está vivendo num hotel, você não está permitido ter contato com sua família. Você entende?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm ordering that you maintain a separate residence.
Então eu vou ordenar que você mantenha uma residência separada.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition.
Você não tem permissão para possuir arma de nenhum tipo e nem comprar munição.
Did I miss anything, Madam Prosecutor?
No, you're
Você está escutando, madame, da acusação?
All right, thank you. Good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for coming.
Então, obrigado, senhor. Boa sorte. Obrigado, senhora, por ter vindo. May the interpreter be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You as well. Ms. Kennedy Swanson?
Yes, sir.
Totally worth it. Not that. Oh, this is Spanish now? Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has not been sworn.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to translate from Spanish to English, English to Spanish, the testimonies you will receive today?
Yes, I do. Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter.
All right. Ma'am, please tell me your name. You're here in case number 21MM1014AO, charged with battery, domestic violence. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I see that you qualify for pretrial release. Does the state have any objection?
No, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, you said no, right?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll place you on pretrial release. At this time, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. Are you here to testify on this case?
Yes.
All right, hold on one moment then. Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Crystal Carmona?
Does the state wish to inquire?
Yes, Ms. Carmona, how do you know Ms. Rodriguez Calderon?
We're partners. We've lived together for a year and a half.
Are you afraid of her?
No.
Would you like for her to be allowed to have no hostile or nonviolent contact with you while this case is pending?
A no hostile contact?
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
No.
If something happened in the, something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Yes.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
No.
Would you like for her to continue to be allowed to live with you while this case is pending?
As long as there's no issues, then that's fine.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, while you're on pretrial release, I'll amend my order. I'll order that you're allowed to have peaceful contact. Do you understand what that means?
Yes.
You can't even raise your voice, you understand?
Yes.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. And I'm also going to amend my order and allow her to return to that location. So I'm not going to order that you maintain a separate residence at this time. All right, good luck, ma'am. Thank you for coming, ma'am.
Thank you.
Your Honor, could the interpreter have her case number again, please?
Yes, it's case number 21MM1014AO.
Thank you.
Good morning. Please state your name.
No English?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
She now has the headset on. Please state your name.
Rosiangelis Ramos Córdoba. Rosiangelis Ramos Córdoba.
Michelle Ibelis Ramos Córdoba.
No. Rosiangelis.
I'm sorry, it's not Michelle, it's Rosie Angelis.
Did I have these earlier? Hold on one moment. Did these just appear? Was this supposed to be this afternoon or something? Do you know?
It probably was in the misdemeanor pleadable section.
Is it pleadable? Is it a pleadable?
It is.
Yeah, it's supposed to be this afternoon, but it's suspended, so it was moved up.
Oh, the problem is they didn't give me these this morning to review. So there's a breakdown. I don't know where it is. It might be me. I don't know. But I have to have them before we come to court to review, and I didn't review this one, and I don't think I reviewed the next one. So just it's going to take me a minute. Because I need to look at this. So one moment, ma'am. All right, ma'am, you're here in case number 21MM102580, charged with providing false identification to a law enforcement officer. I just reviewed that probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in that case. Your bond is $500. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, the offer will be a withhold credit for time served.
Hold on, she also has an out-of-county warrant, so let me get to that. You also have an out-of-county warrant. Looks like a warrant out of Osceola County in case number 20CT2637. The warrant was issued for failing to appear for a court date on a no valid driver's license charge. Your bond is $2,000 in that case. And the state has an offer for you in the providing a false identification to law enforcement. What's your offer, counselor?
A withhold credit for time served of 2 days.
I don't know that I'm inclined to withhold. Why are you offering that?
I don't see any priors on my face sheet. I see the failure to appear for the no valid, but I have no priors on my face sheet.
I'm not inclined to withhold adjudication, counselor, so you know. If you want to talk to your client for a moment.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that with the interpreter.
She just said since.
Okay.
Madam Interpreter, can you hear me? The state is offering a withhold.
So the state can't actually offer a withhold. The state can ask the court to withhold adjudication, but the court makes that decision.
Right, I'm gonna
So-
advise. Withhold adjudication and credit for time served. However, the court has advised that they are not willing to withhold adjudication.
She doesn't have to accept the offer today. I'll keep the offer open.
Right, the trial judge might accept it.
I would advise her to wait until she gets downtown to work out an offer. Because she has a criminal history. You have a bond on both charges, you can bond out. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure when the next court date is.
So, ¿te puedo llamar para que venga a buscarme?
Exactly, yeah. Your Honor, we're not going to accept the offer today. We're going to wait and work out an offer at a later date.
All right, good luck, ma'am. Good morning, please tell me your name.
Carlos Alfonso Oseguera Paz. Oseguera Paz. Oseguera.
Your Honor, he's saying Carlos Alfonso, and then his first last name Paz, but I can't understand his first last name.
It's Oseguera. I can
Thank
hear
you.
it in the courtroom. All right, sir, you're here in case number 21 CF 10974. There's a warrant that was issued for your arrest out of Brevard County for failing to appear on a charge of failure to redeliver hired or leased personal property, $300 or more. Your bond is $2,000. We'll notify the other county that you're here, but you are able to bond out with a bond of $2,000.
No, está bien. Muchas gracias.
It's fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Good luck. Thank you.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Counselor.
Judge Michael Zimieski, I'm here on behalf of Jamie Cano, standing to my right in case number 2021 MM91AW.
Does your client need the interpreter?
No, Judge.
Oh, so are we done with Spanish interpreter cases? All right, thank you so much, Madam Interpreter, for your time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, Counselor.
Judge, I've had a chance to speak with the state this morning. Assuming the court finds probable cause, I've advised my client already that there'd be a no contact order set in place as well as a no return. However, we would ask the court to allow him to return one time with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve some personal items. I also do believe that my client does qualify for pretrial release.
All right, sir. I have reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find there's probable cause in this case. The charge was battery domestic violence. What says the state as to pretrial release?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, at this time, I'll place you on pretrial release. You're not allowed to have contact with the victim. That includes no third party or electronic communication. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to have contact with any of the witnesses in this case. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. But you understand you can't contact the victim to set that up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You're not allowed to possess or consume alcohol, and you will be randomly tested while on pretrial release. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have.
Have a nice day then.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the first name on the list is Battles.
Yes.
Medical.
Medical? All right. This is case number 20 CF 14802AO, 18 CF 11615AO, and 1811615, a violation of probation. I'll appoint the public defender to represent him.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right. There is no bond on his VOP warrant. There was a capias issued in 18 CF 11615AO for failing to appear. There's no bond authorized on those two counts on that capias. And in 20 CF 14802AO, there was a capias issued also with no bond. I'll order that he's still not allowed to have any contact with any of the victims or witnesses in the cases.
On the KP, Your Honor, he is entitled to a bond on the aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Wait.
Battery rectangulation battery. He is entitled to bonds on those counts, Your Honor.
Oh, it's a probable cause order, not failing to appear.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so thank you, Counselor, for catching that. On count 1, his bond will be $10,000, count 2, $150, count 3, $100. No contact with the victim or any witnesses. He's not allowed to return. He'll have to maintain a separate residence. He's not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Thank you, Counselor, once again. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Christmas Tyrone Jenkins.
All right, sir. You're here in case number 21 CF 1753AO, charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, aggravated assault with a firearm, possession of cocaine, and battery domestic violence. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit in this case, and I do find probable cause exists. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I also show that he's a violent felony offender of special concern, and that he's currently on probation.
Correct.
All right.
Excuse me.
Just one moment. Ma'am, are both of you here on this case?
Yes.
All right. Please raise your right hands to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Please state your name for the record.
Yolanda Collier.
Carol Collier.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. You're going to have to get really close to the microphone.
Yolanda Collier.
You have to leave your mask on, though.
Carol Collier.
All right, thank you. Does the state wish to inquire?
Yes, can I start with Yolanda Collier? How do you know Mr. Dinkins?
It's my father.
Are you afraid of him?
No, I had the gun. He never had a gun. We told the police that. This is my mom, she called. He had a little stick in his head. He never had a weapon. I removed it from the vehicle and put it in the car. I have a right to because they were arguing. I didn't want anything in the proximity with my brothers. It was two of them and one of him. They were taking up for me because I called his girlfriend a bitch and he was saying, don't be disrespectful. The police took it and ran with it. Like, she never said, he never had a gun. I had a firearm. It's mine. I removed it from the open car and took it inside of my residence. He never had it. It was never around him. He had like a little stick in his hand because he's like, it's two people like with altercation, and he's at his residence. He's on probation. He can't leave the house. So it's like nobody, it was no battery. She called. He didn't hit her. It was no battery, no touching. They didn't even get close enough to touch.
Okay,
and he never had a weapon.
Okay, do you live with him or does he live with you?
No, he lives with me and she's not even from here.
Okay.
I'm
Hold
Sorry.
on. Let's answer my questions. I promise I'm gonna get to both of you. All right. Has he ever been violent with you in the past?
No.
Okay. No further questions for Yolanda Collier at this time.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No,
Of
Your
Yolanda? Carl.
No, Your Honor.
Collier. Okay, go ahead,
One more
Counselor.
question, please.
Can I now inquire of Miss Carol Collier?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Carol Collier, how do you know Mr. Dinkins?
Well, I'm the mother of Yolanda Collier.
Okay, so he is the father of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you afraid of him?
No, I'm not. I'm not from this county. I'm from Inner River County. I was trying to intervene because the emotion was high, the arguments, and my son got sensitive because that's his sister. We came from Inner River County to take her daughter, which is my granddaughter, shopping. Arguments up. It was, I was trying to calm my son down because he's 300-some pounds and he has epilepsy and he was, doing that. He have episode. So I called.
Okay.
But like she said, she was moving it from the vehicle and they were standing in front of each other. He had the stick, but I was trying to calm my son down because he has episode.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
And they had us all surrounded, so.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No questions, Your Honor.
I have no objection to no hostile contact with either victims, either Ms. Colliers. No weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol. I know that he probably would be held at no bond on the violation anyways, until that is resolved.
Oh, excuse me.
Is the violation of probation already?
No.
No, they will complete their action.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
On a
The
violation.
probation officer is going to complete a warrant.
All right, so it hasn't been completed yet?
No, it has not. So the hold is still in place.
All right, sir. Because you're on probation at this time, and because you're classified right now as a violent felony offender of special concern, as soon as that warrant gets completed, there will be no bond on that warrant. So I just want to make sure that you understand that. At this time, as to this case,
Can I ask her?
I have a question.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, can I speak?
Excuse me. I
You
have a question.
can. So you can say anything you want, but everything you're saying is being recorded and can be used against you later. So that's why your attorney is saying, don't say anything about the facts. She's trying to help you. But if you have any questions, you can ask them.
When you said violent felony offender of concern.
Right.
Okay, is that something from my past?
It is. It's because of what you were on probation, the kind of offense you're on probation for and the kind of offense that you're charged with.
So it affects.
Once that
past
warrant
effects.
comes out, you won't have any bond on that warrant. So they're holding you right now till the warrant's completed.
Hey, I have a question.
So I'm going to give you bond on this case, but you won't have bond on that case. I want to make sure that you understand that
Excuse me.
before you post a bond.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Which one I won't have a bond on?
The violation of probation.
Your Honor, I have a question.
Just a minute, ma'am.
If
Do you
they
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So-
I understand.
Okay.
If they contact my probation officer,
She's not going to
and
violate him.
some way they agree that they won't violate, is that possible?
So logistically, if the state attorney decides not to file or dismiss the current charge that you've been arrested for, and we decide to dismiss the violation of probation, then the defendant can be released because we will have closed both cases. That will be up to the individual prosecutors. I did hand the 2 victims a business card in order how they will get when you leave the room, and how to contact the state attorney's office to voice your concerns on what happened and influence our charging decision.
Okay, so I have a question. So he with the battery and everything, he's violating probation on something that never happened. I told
ma'am,
the officers, I'm trying to figure out how it works.
Okay, let me explain what's happening today. We're not having an evidentiary hearing today. The only purpose of this hearing is for me to advise him the charges against him and set his bond. But there's no hearing happening today. So
Okay,
I understand what you're saying, but that won't change what's happening today.
No, I understand, but the violation, how does the violation come out?
So that's, again, I'm just telling you what is currently. So you're going to have to contact the state attorney, and they make the charging decisions. So
Okay, so who
today, we're not
violates
making
him?
any changes to his charges.
I'm trying to understand, but who's like violating him? Because his probation officer says she's not violating him.
So I don't know anything about that. What I know is he was arrested for this charge. There is probable cause for this charge.
Okay.
So I'm going to set his bonds on this charge. But he's being held on the violation of probation because it's still pending.
Okay, so how do we know if it's not pending anymore?
Ma'am, please let me finish speaking. When the probation officer makes that determination between probation and the state of Florida, that's when we'll know about that warrant.
Okay.
But when that warrant comes out, if it does, there's no bond on that warrant. So I just wanted to make sure that you understand that before you post a bond in this case. So stay in touch with your attorney so that you understand what's happening in both of your cases, okay? In this case, your bond on count 1 will be $5,000. Your bond on count 2 will be $5,000. Your bond on count 3 will be $150. Your bond on count 4 will be $100. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence from all of the victims included in this affidavit. I'll allow you to have peaceful contact with Yolanda, Collier and Carol Collier. But I'm going to order that you're not allowed to have any contact with Javane Matthews and Jonathan Presley. Do you understand? No contact. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck, sir. Thank you both for coming in.
A question, so the bond you just set, if we post that bond, he still wouldn't get out because of a hold?
Right. That's why I wanted him to understand he has 2 cases. Until the violation of probation warrant comes out, he can't bond out. And if it comes out with a no bond, he can't get out.
Okay. Is there a time frame for that, like with the state?
No, I can't give you a time frame.
Okay.
But use that business card and call the state of Florida.
Okay, I'm going to do that now. Thank you.
All right, good luck. Thank you both.
Love you. I got you.
Jonathan and last name Presley. I got Jonathan and Javane. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Troy Ellis.
All right, sir, you're here in case number 21 CF 1766AO. A warrant was issued for your arrest for false imprisonment and battery domestic violence. There is probable cause for your arrest. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Ma'am, do you wish to testify?
Yes.
You have to leave your mask on. Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Kisha Snelling.
The state may proceed.
Yes. How do you know Mr. Ellis?
We met in 2018.
Are you afraid of him?
I'm terrified of him.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. Your bond is going to be $10,000 on count 1 and $500 on count 2. You're not allowed to have any contact with Miss Snelling. Do you understand what that means?
Yes.
You can't have electronic contact with her or third-party contact.
I do have a question.
He called me last night from jail.
All right, sir. You're not allowed to have any contact. That includes the telephone. That includes an app. That includes sending a message through friends or
He's
family.
having people contact me.
Okay, hold on, ma'am. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
All right. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You're not allowed to return to the scene.
Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
He does have items. He states, can he have a one-time return with law enforcement only?
Ma'am, does he live with you?
He was not living with me. He does not have items. He's lying. Everything Troy says is a lie. He needs to stay away from me. I don't know why you guys are giving him a bun. My life is in jeopardy. He knew about the injunction. He broke into my house yesterday morning. He had a 6-hour standoff with your Orange County Sheriff Department. Why is he getting a bun? He threatened my life. He threatens my life. He stalks me. He called from jail last night. He broke into 1830 Blossom Terrace when he knew about the injunction because the Sheriff Department notified him. When you guys release him on this bun, he's coming to that house. Don't listen to nothing he's saying. He's coming to my house. He threatens my life. He threatened if I leave the house, he's going to find out where I'm at to come and kill me. I'm in fear for my life. He cannot. If he gets out of jail, I have to leave the state of Florida. That's how serious it is. I almost took my last breath of life Monday morning when he held me hostage.
Thank you, ma'am. I do appreciate your comments today. And here's what I have to explain to you. In most cases in the state of Florida, most people are entitled to bond by law. It's a function of the law. So let me review his history again, and I'm going to ask the state of Florida if they know anything about his history. But that's why this court is contemplating a bond, is because in most cases, most people are entitled to it by law. All right?
Your Honor, can I have the case number again? I'm sorry.
Yes, it's 21 CF 1766AO.
1766. Can I ask the victim a question?
Yes.
Was there an incident that happened in December of this year?
Last year.
I'm sorry, December of 2020.
Possibly. I possibly called the police because this is a.
I'm sorry, let me clear. It was November 18th.
Oh, yes.
Yes, okay. So, and in that case, you gave to the state attorney's office to make a decision on?
The state attorney, she contacted me and asked me what would I like to do.
Okay.
I've been in contact with her. I said I would like to see him in jail. And she said that she was going to take that to the courts. And she was going to contact me back. She also let me know to contact her back if anything else happens. And I have. I left her several messages. Monday, I talked to her Monday. And I left her several messages yesterday.
So I do have a note in our system, Your Honor, about the discussion I have on the 8th.
All right.
2/8 on a date. We are making a charging decision on that case. That's why I asked about the incident.
I see. So it hasn't been charged currently.
It came in as a non-arrest case. That's why I asked her about the incident.
All right.
So when I look at his history, Your Honor, I have from juvenile on of batteries, aggravated deadly weapons, thefts, trespasses, on not just this victim, other victims that some have declined to prosecute because the victim was unwilling to cooperate.
But different victims?
Yes, Your Honor. And some with the same victim who declined to prosecute at that time.
May I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Each victim Troy has, he manipulates and threatens, and he let the cases he had that was dropped before I even met him. He made that girl, which is deceased now, her name is Kelsey, he made her go to the state attorney's office and threaten her life to drop the charges so he would not face any jail time. He purposely batters me in the back of my head, which I have a big knot, because he tells me if I hit you in the face, that's evidence for the court. I went through this with Kelsey. I made Kelsey go down there and drop the charges, and I'm going to do the same thing with you. Every time I call the police, he does the same thing. He hits me in the same place in the back of my head. I can't even get my hair done. I wear braids. I can't get my hair braided. I can't do nothing. I have a big knot in the back of my head. He purposely hits me and says, I'm going to hit you in the back of your head because you don't need anything on your face because that's evidence.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Let
Thank
me ask
you.
the state.
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you show as prior convictions?
Okay.
I see several arrests for violent offenses, and I also see several arrests for things like violating probation.
So I have like a 2017 CF 8851, where it looks like we dismissed the aggravated assault and he pled to the petty theft, and there was a violation of probation on that. Then I see a 2015 possession of cannabis. He pled to. The rest of the stuff I see is juvenile. I don't what is his date of birth? So he's outside the juvenile.
So
those could be from another county. Those could be not necessarily Orange.
Yeah, because I show Florida arrests.
Now I have arrests that we either decline to prosecute, or he was never arrested and they came in as non-arrest cases. Like I have an aggravated on a pregnant person dating violence with this victim.
That was me.
That we no-billed in 2018 for the victim unwilling to prosecute.
He threatened my life
I have
and my
a
child's
2019
life.
case the same where victim was unwilling to prosecute. I have a 2016 case, I believe, with a different victim. Victim unwilling to prosecute. I have a robbery and burglary conveyance that we null pros.
He broke in my house yesterday morning knowing about the injunction.
So I have cases where he's been arrested, but victims haven't always been willing to cooperate.
I see. All right.
And the place that they want me to go, the Harbor House, he knows where that is as well. He knows where all of the domestic violence shelter in the whole Central Florida.
All right, ma'am, I understand. Thank you very much for your testimony today. Based on the testimony and the review of your record, sir, I'm going to raise your bond on count 1. It's going to be $100,000. Count 2, it'll be $100. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. You understand what no contact means?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
So no electronic communication, you cannot call her on the phone, you cannot send a message through a friend. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. Can I
That's a
please-
violation of your condition of pretrial release. Condition of bond. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. I'll order that you are not allowed to return to the scene. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we would ask that you lower that bond amount back to $10,000.
I'm not going to do that, counselor. It's done today. You'll have to file a motion in front of the trial judge. But I'm not ordering just that you maintain a separate residence. I'm ordering you're not allowed to return to her residence at all for any reason. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor. My stuff was packed at the door yesterday with a U-Haul. I was leaving.
No.
I was literally on my way out.
Ma'am, hold on. Sir, you're going to have to find other stuff. You are not allowed to return to that residence for any reason at all. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
This $100,000, I can't afford it.
Sir, your attorney can file a bond motion in front of the trial judge. At this time, that's your bond. Is there any other condition the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck. Sir, please tell me your name. Sir, you're hearing case number 21 CF 42280. There was a warrant issued for your arrest for burglary of a conveyance with assault or battery, grand theft of a motor vehicle, and battery domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $5,000 on count 1, $1,500 on count 2, and $100 on count 3. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. That includes electronic communication and third-party contact. Do you understand what that means?
How?
You have to answer out loud.
I was just asking, like.
Sir, please answer my question. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're not allowed to return to the scene. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence.
That's my house.
I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement officers to gather your belongings.
That's my mom's house. That's where I live.
If she's there, you can't be there.
Oh, no.
All right, so what I'm ordering is that you maintain a separate residence. I'll allow you to return one time with law enforcement. If she's there, you can't live there. But if she's not there, you can live there. Do you understand? You understand? Okay. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. As to case number 20 CF 671AO, is there a warrant on that VOP?
It's forthcoming, Mr.
Okay, I don't have the warrant right now, but I see that there's a charge of violation of probation, and the note is that there's no bond. So when that warrant comes out, if there's no bond, you won't be able to bond out.
All right, so if the warrant don't come, I can have a bond on it or no?
Well, not on the VOP. I don't know about the VOP yet because I don't have the warrant. But I want you to know that that's pending, and it shows no bond.
Yeah. All right, I have a question.
I'm sorry?
First.
I don't have anything on that.
There should be an envelope.
Hold on.
I have the VOP at no bond.
It's an envelope.
Oh, there is one. No bond. All right, and it shows that you're a violent felony offender of special concern. So you have a bond in the second case, but you can't bond out because of the violation of probation.
Okay, but I was asking on the one count one, can it get lowered or?
Not at this time, but your attorney can file a motion.
Okay.
Good luck, sir. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Jimmy Jennings.
Sir, you're here in case number 21CF 1748AO, charged with battery by strangulation, domestic violence. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Ma'am, do you wish to be heard?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Regina Pittman.
The state may inquire.
Ms. Pittman, how do you know Mr. Jennings?
We met about a year ago. I know his father, so when he came back to town, that's how we met.
Are you afraid of him?
No.
Do the two of you live together?
Yes.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
No.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Yes.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
Yes.
Did you prosecute that case, or did you call 911 for that, whatever
I
happened?
called 911, but I had the case dismissed. We had got married and everything. He's promised that he would never hurt me and all that, but yesterday he showed that he almost killed me.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, at this time, state will still request a no contact order.
Yes, your bond is $5,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with your wife. That includes electronic communication as well as third party. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. Do you need a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings?
Ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Don't talk about the facts of the case, okay?
Do you need to return one time with law enforcement to gather your belongings?
I'll.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, he's not allowed to have any contact with you at all. So when he returns to gather his belongings, he can't have any contact with you. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Tabitha Martinson.
You're here in case number 21CF 1751AO, charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Your bond will be $5,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. And I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement officers to gather your belongings. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Did I say that? All right. No weapons.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part, ma'am. I'm sorry.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, a firearm, a gun, or any ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes,
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, I'm sorry. What was the bond amount, Your Honor?
$5,000.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Akiri Owens.
You're here in 21CF 1752AO, charged with aggravated battery with a weapon, domestic violence. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $10,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You are not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good luck, ma'am. Please tell me your name. You're here in 21 CF 208 AO. A warrant was issued for your arrest, charging aggravated battery on a pregnant person and child abuse. There is probable cause for your arrest. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $10,000 on count 1, $1,500 on count 2. You're not allowed to have contact with any victim or witness in this case. That includes electronic communication as well as third party. Do you understand what that means? I'm sorry, did you say yes? All right, you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence.
She doesn't live at that residence.
She lives there?
No. It's my little niece. She's in false accusations. She never lived.
I'm sorry, can you get closer to the microphone? You have to leave your mask on, just get closer.
She doesn't live. It's my little niece. She's a false accusation. She was mad because my mother.
Don't talk about
Okay, so I'm ordering that you maintain a separate residence. If she doesn't live there, you can. But if she lives there when you get out, you can't live there. Do you understand? All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Dentavius Towns.
You're here in case number 21 CF 1729AO, charged with aggravated battery. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $5,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. Do you live here?
Yes.
Does she live there?
Yes.
All right, you can't live with her. So if she's living there, you can't live there. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
So as to the other case, he's not actually out on bond in that case.
No, it's state to perfect service, so it's.
Yeah. All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Brandon Williams.
You're here in case number 21 CF 1768AO, charged with burglary of a conveyance with an assault or battery and resisting an officer without violence. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Perhaps the state can advise what level felony is conveyance with an assault or battery.
I believe it's a PBL, but give me one more moment, Your Honor.
I know burg dwelling is. I think it is too, but I want to make sure that's right.
I believe it's PBL.
All right, you'll have no bond on count 1, $100 bond on count 2. You're not allowed to have any contact with any of the victims or witnesses in this case. That includes electronic communication, telephone, and third party. Do you understand what that means?
Yes.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You're not allowed to return to the scene.
I live there.
You have no bond on count 1. Your attorney will have to file a motion, but
I have no bond.
no, none on count 1, $100 on count 2.
Your Honor, This, if I'm not mistaken, occurred in a vehicle. And if he
Yes.
stays at that residence, the victim doesn't stay there, he stays there.
All right, I'll order that you maintain a separate residence and allow one-time return with law enforcement if she's there. But you have no bond on count one, so your attorney's gonna have to file a bond motion in front of the trial judge. No, leave it. Yes, take off the do not return. Yes. Good luck, sir. Yeah, 'cause I did the maintain separate. Please tell me your name. You're here in case number 21 MM27AE, charged with battery. There is probable cause here for your arrest. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. He qualifies for pretrial release. Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
I'll place you on pretrial release. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you live at the same address right now? Or did you?
I live with my parents. I just visited her, like 2-3 times a week.
Right. Then I'm going to order that you're not allowed to return there. No contact. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Ryan Harge.
Sir, you're here in case number 21MM102980, charged with violation of a domestic violence injunction and resisting an officer without violence. There is probable cause here. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $1,000 on count one, $100 on count two. You're not allowed to have contact with the victim in this case. That includes electronic communication, third party, telephone, anything. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You're not allowed to return to this scene for any reason at all. Do you understand? Good luck, sir. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Michael Lee Montgomery.
Sir, you're here in case number 21MM100680, charged with battery, domestic violence. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. That includes electronic communication and third party. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order that you're not allowed to return to this scene. So you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What says the state as to his two out on bond cases?
Those are both December 28th arrests, and we've not made charging decisions, so no objection, no action.
All right. At this time, I'll take no action on those two cases. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name. You're here in case number 21MM103080, charged with violation of a domestic violence injunction. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Your bond will be $1,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. You're not allowed to return to the scene. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. And you understand no contact includes no third-party communication, no apps on your phone or the computer, right? All right. Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Jones Henderson, bonded.
Who?
Jones Henderson.
Traffic.
So next I have Anthony Parton.
He's medical, Your Honor.
Okay. Let me do him, then we'll go back to Jones Henderson. What? Okay, hold on. Anthony Parton is case number 21 CT 890AO, 21 CT 1196AO. I'll appoint the public defender to represent him in both cases.
We'll waive.
There is probable cause in the DUI. His bond is $1,000. He's not allowed to possess or consume any alcohol. And the other case is an FTA with a $100 bond. Okay, who did you have next? Oh, I'm sorry.
Jones Henderson.
Bonded.
I had him like 2 before you person you just.
I don't have Jones Henderson. Maybe they took him out, okay. I have Kayla Negron,
Bonded.
bonded. How about Shane Thompson?
Bonded also, Your Honor.
All right. So the next I have is Edwin Burgess. All right, sir, you're here in case number 21 CF 1703AO. Hold on. I don't see that case. Hold on one second. I see case number 08 CF 230331, a violation of probation. The allegation is that you violated your probation by committing a new law offense of aggravated battery with a firearm, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, and there's no bond on that violation of probation. It shows that you're a violent felony offender of special concern. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. And we'll contact, I believe it's Hillsborough County. Good luck. Please tell me your name. Sir, you're here in case number 22803CF. A warrant was issued for your arrest for video voyeurism. There's no bond on that.
I'm a good citizen. I ain't got on no bonds. This is my first charge ever called in Seminole County. Like, you know what I'm saying, man? I'm just looking for a lenience. Valentine's Day. I ain't causing no problem. I've been home 2 years. I don't cause no problem in Orlando. This is my first case ever in Seminole County. So I'm just looking for a lenience. You know I know it's worse than stuff going on right now.
I know, sir. This isn't my warrant. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna contact the judge in Seminole County and let them know that you're here and see if they wanna authorize a bond. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you as well, so they'll be working on your behalf.
How long would that take?
Well, we'll contact them. If we haven't already, we may have already contacted them, but if we haven't, we'll be contacting them today. But I don't know how long it'll take to hear back from that judge. So if they authorize a bond, we'll do an order.
When I talked to the detective last night, he said they had my bond. My bond should have been already posted. Like, they had a bond for me in Seminole County.
Who said that?
Oh, the detective on the case that came to see me last night.
I don't have any information about that.
He said warrant bond over here was none, but he said that I had a bond. He said I had a copy.
It says no bond. Counselor, can you look into this? And I will as well. Hold on a second, sir. Hold on. I'll look into it as well when we recess this morning, and let's see what we can find.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna look at it, but for right now, I can't give you a bond because it doesn't show that there's one authorized. So I'll find out, okay?
Please, thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
I don't be sitting here for nothing petty. Corona going on there.
I know. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. When we recess,
You're on the next on the list.
I'll look it up too. Let's see what we can
Mr.
find.
Jason,
Yes.
he refused court.
All right, 18 CF 2322AX, 202003CF and 20367 MMA. He has out-of-county warrants. I'm going to appoint the public defender.
Your Honor, will waive.
All right, I believe there are bonds on all of his warrants, but I'm still gonna appoint you.
Okay.
And let's see what we can do. Hold on. I take back my beep. Oh, $5,000 bond on each count. So it's a $5,000 bond on each count. And then the misdemeanor is $500. Please tell me your name.
Matthew Nash.
Sir, you're here in case number 2017-75 MMA. A warrant was issued for your arrest out of Seminole County for failing to appear for arraignment on a charge of petty theft. The bond is $95. And we'll contact them and let you know you're here. Let them know you're here. Wait. Hold on 1 second. Don't leave yet. Wait. Come back. Yes, no action on his his out on bond case. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
No action on his out-of-bond.
I'm taking no action on that case, so I'm not revoking his bond. You have another case that's pending, and I'm not revoking your bond on that case. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Todd Newton.
Sir, you're here on a warrant for violating probation on a charge of fraudulent use of personal identification information. Currently, there is no bond authorized on that warrant. It's out of Osceola County, and they're saying that they will come and get you. So we'll notify them and let them know that you're here.
Okay.
All right, good luck, sir.
You're on the next on the list. It's Christopher Medical.
All right, 20 CM 1615A. It's an out-of-county warrant with no bond. I'll appoint the public defender, and we'll notify Hillsborough. Please tell me your name.
Eric Fellow.
You're here in case number 2021221098. A warrant was issued for your arrest out of Volusia County for 2 counts of burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, fraudulent use of a credit card. There is currently no bond authorized on that warrant. You have another warrant, 2021-221097, for failing to appear on a charge of possession of a controlled substance.
On the previous one, isn't that a failure to appear also?
It's a previous charge.
Yeah, failure to appear.
Right, it's a failure to appear on that.
3 of them on the same court meeting.
And, yeah, and it has no bond on that one as well. And then the other warrant is 2021-221096. Same thing, failure to appear on a burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, and the bond is currently set at none. We'll let them know that you're here, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good luck, sir.
I don't know what any of
What?
I'm supposed to try or speak to a PD here.
I did appoint the public defender to represent you. We'll contact the other county and let them know that you're here in our jail so they can come get you, because there's no bond authorized on any of those charges. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Ashley Thomas.
You're here in case number 202217 MMA. A warrant was issued for your arrest out of Seminole County. For failing to appear on a charge of petty theft. The bond and resisting a merchant, the bond is currently set at none. We'll notify them that you're here in our jail, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good luck. about Robert Campbell? Oh, that's the one we did. I'm gonna work on that. Never mind. Anyone else? Is that the? Hold on one second. Oh, this?
Yeah.
What's a status hearing at the jail?
What's the case number you're on?
Oh. Is he here?
Yes.
What is this note? Is that from the judge?
Can you give me the case number you're on?
Oh. 21 MM 2654AO and 19 MM 1754, 19 MM 1798, and 19 MM 1172. Sir, what's your name?
Castore Johnson, miss.
So I have a note about bonds being set. Is that from the judge? Where did this note come from?
I haven't found the case yet, so.
So my JA put this note here?
This is an Osceola County case?
Yes.
Okay, so let me look it up in Osceola system. Hold on one moment, John.
Okay. I just want to make sure that note's from the judge, because it says I do not have an objection to bond being set. Well, you're the judge, so you would set it, right? Unless that's not from the judge. Right, but I'm confused by this language. I just want to make sure that, and it doesn't say Judge so-and-so said this. So I can't change the bond without authorization from the judge.
1754.
Like if it said Judge so-and-so.
These are all VOPs.
Yes.
No objection to setting the bonds, yeah.
But I, did the judge,
I don't have.
I have to know that the judge said this.
That would be a question for your J then.
I'm texting her right now.
Okay. Because in my out-of-county emails, I don't see his case, one of the emails I've received.
All right, she's gonna bring me an email. For now, can he just stay while we do the 33-day motions? Or do you wanna put him somewhere? All right. Oh, here's the email. It was in the wrong place. Come right back. All right, sir. Your bond in 19 MM 1754 is $273 cash bond. 19 MM 1798, 273 cash bond, and 19 MM 1172, 573 cash bond. And we need your current mailing and email address. Per the judge. Do you have a current mailing address?
Yes, Your Honor.
Still give him a change
Okay.
address.
Can I ask you something, Your Honor?
Yes.
So if I bond out today, I could go home today?
On these, yes. I don't know if you have anything else pending.
Oh, okay.
But those are the bonds authorized in your Osceola County case.
All right,
So if there's
thank you.
nothing else, then yes. If you post those bonds, you'd go home today.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Please, please.
All right, how about... Christopher Moats, 20 CF 14753.
On Mr. Moat's case, that should be denied. The state filed an information.
Omar Quinones, 21 CF 322.
To be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Scotty Dale Bryant, 20 CF 13599.
To be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Ivan Carujo, 21 CF 334.
To be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Kip Cornelius, 21 CF 408.
To be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Matthew Orr, 21 CF 344.
That should be denied the state filed information today.
Dana Brown, 21 CF 276.
May have a moment for that one.
Yes.
Sometimes my notes say what they've done, others say don't have notes, and so I have to look those up.
There are a lot of them today.
That should be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Michael Lopez, 21 CF 390.
To be denied the state filed information.
Talvage Key, 20 CF 13951.
That should be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Willie Wright, 21 CF 190.
To be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
George Parker, 20 CF 15316.
That should be denied the state filed information. Did we do a Brantley?
Yeah, but they have the
Brantley's a
wrong
private
judge on
attorney
there.
case?
I'm sorry?
It's a private attorney case?
It is.
I have it should be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
But he has the wrong judge on there. I mean, it's not brain surgery, right?
No. Just cross it out, Judge.
Twenty CF 14924. All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
No offer online.
You make it happen. Ready to do this? Good Friday.
Perry, adjudication, credit for time served, no return. Robert.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, Robert Campbell, sir.
All right, Mr. Campbell, you were here this morning for an out-of-county warrant from Seminole County. The judge in that case told me to set your bond. I did have an opportunity to review the affidavit in this case.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $2,000. That's the sole count of the charge, which is, I think, video voyeurism. Condition of your bond to not return to the scene of the location, which
Yes,
I believe is the Burlington Coat Factory, and no contact with the victim in this case.
All right. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, sir.
Y'all have a nice Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Hey, you gotta have a little joy in this life. All right, ma'am, tell me your name. Ms. Boyd, you are here in 2021 MM 52AA on charge of criminal mischief. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. And I'll say I don't think you're in a position to resolve the case.
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am. I don't have any information from the victim in this case. I'm going to say your bond amount of $250. Addition to bond, no return to the scene, no contact with the victim. All right. I'm appointing a public defender to represent you. Have a great day, ma'am.
Janelle Harrison bonded.
All right. Is it Harrigan, you mean?
Harrigan.
Okay. All right, Harrigan bonded. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Kenneth Lyman, sir.
Mr. Lyman, you are here in 2021 MM 1023 AO on 2 charges. One is resisting officer without violence and open container. I did review the charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest.
The offer is a withhold credit for time. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's no offer, Mr. Lyman.
No offer, Mr. Lyman. So what do you want me to do with him then? Is it going to be one of these diversion things? He's going to come back and do that, or?
It's probably so. That's the reason why,
All right.
yeah.
All right, sir. Mr. Lyman, what we're going to do is you're going to have a little contract, me and you.
Yes, sir.
We're going to release you in your own recognizance.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to make a condition of your release that you not return to the scene of this location where this happened.
Yes, sir.
You cannot possess open containers where you're not allowed to. All right? So, but you need to show up at your court dates. If you don't show up at your court dates you signed for when you leave here, then somebody in these green uniforms will come back and arrest you. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day, sir.
So, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I get out today?
You're going to get out today, but don't go back to where this happened.
Yes, sir.
Show up at your court date.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, the judge is going to issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes,
And you're going to be back here in front of me.
So excuse me, sir. So I'm gonna know when to go to court.
Yeah, it's going to be on your paperwork. When you sign for your paperwork, there's going to be a date printed at the bottom of it. The judge is going to see that. They're going to say, oh, look, he signed for the paperwork. And look, it says right there the date. He's not here.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right. Tell me your name, sir.
Robert James Perry.
All right, Mr. Perry, you are here in 2021 MM 1024 AO on a charge of trespass in a structure or conveyance. That is I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, you have an offer for Mr. Perry.
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication, credit for time served of 2 days, no return.
All right, Mr. Perry, the state of Florida is offering you an adjudication of guilt, credit time served. Is that an offer you'd like to take today? Adjudication of guilt, credit time served. Is something you want to take today?
Yes, sir.
You raise your right hand and be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, none but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down. Tell me your name one more time.
Robert James Perry.
Mr. Perry, you're here in 2021 MM 1024 AO on a charge of trespass in a structure or conveyance. That is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to that charge?
I'm guilty. I understand.
All right.
I still not.
All right, sir. Do you understand by entering a plea of guilty in this case, you give the right to have a trial in this case?
No.
No, do you understand you give up that right? Now that you want to go to trial, do you understand you give up the right?
I don't.
All right. Do you understand you give up the right to have an attorney?
Yes,
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
no, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find a factual basis for your plea. I'll accept your plea of guilty, find that it's freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I will impose court costs and costs of prosecution about $273. I'll reduce those costs to judgment. I won't take any action on your 2020 CF 13188 case. And you have 30 days to appeal this judgment and sentence. All right, sir? Have a great day. Have a quickly. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Deshaun James Roberts.
Mr. Roberts, you are here in 2021 MM 1013AO on a charge of petty theft. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. State, do you have any offers on Mr. Roberts' various cases?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right.
But no objection, no action. On the out on bond cases.
Well, he's out on bond on another, like, what was a grand theft, now it's a petty theft. The controlled substance, not really concerned about, but he has another petty theft that he's out on bond on. So this be his second arrest just this year for a petty theft. I was asking.
I understand, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure we were talking about the same person.
Yes, Your Honor. The concern would be that if, from the state attorney, is if our order would not be to sentence them to jail or prison right now, knowing COVID is going on, then why would we continue to hold them, knowing that there's a COVID outbreak at the jail?
Well, that doesn't seem to be a legal basis for what the law tells me I need to do. So, sir, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond, in this case, the amount of $500. I'm going to make a condition of your bond, not return to the scene, no contact with any victims or witnesses. You were out on bond in the cases I just talked about. 2021 MM 1016AO, which came from 2020 CF 14752AO. You're out on bond in 2021 CF 847AO, and 2021 MM 199AO. And it's an Osceola County case. In all those cases, the court's going to revoke your bonds. We're going to set new bonds at $0, finding probable cause that you committed a similar offense.
Your Honor, based on what the state has just said, would Your Honor be inclined to revoke the bonds and issue a new bond at a higher amount?
Well, I'll turn the question as to you, is what the law tells me that I need to consider. What release conditions, based on what I just recitated in the record, is going to A, make sure that Mr. Roberts is going to show up for court. 2, keep the public safe. And 3, not interrupt the judicial process.
Your Honor, well, he has no failures to appear, and these are petty thefts. They're nonviolent crimes. So he wouldn't be a danger.
The court could add pretrial release to the conditions. The court could set a curfew.
He won't qualify because he has new cases. And who, if I put back in the day, I would say, was that about 6-7 years ago now? Back in the day, that was probably true. We could have done that and set curfews and pretrial release would have took him, and somebody was there to enforce it. And if it was definitely juvenile, then I would have had juvenile justice to do it too. But we don't have any of those tools. So what the tools I have at my disposal, somebody tell me what I have. And we shall have. You all's great fighters for change should advocate for more tools that I can have. I don't have any tools, Mr. Roberts, to keep you from being rearrested at this point. So have a great day, sir. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. Sir, tell me your name.
William Tobin.
Mr. Tobin, you are here in 2021 MM 1008 AO on a charge of loitering and prowling. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, do you have an offer for Mr. Tobin?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Tobin. I'm going to stay your bond amount of $250. Condition your bond and not return to the scene of the location where this happened. You're out on bond in 2018 CF 15794 AO, in 2019 CF 11818 AO. And in those cases, going to revoke your bond, set new bonds at none, finding probable cause that you committed a new law offense while you were out on release. Have a great day, sir. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases if you don't already have them.
He's out of line on which cases?
These two cases. That's what I have. All right, ma'am, tell me your name.
My name is Maureen Giarolo.
All right, Ms. Girollo, you are here in 2020 MM7683 AO for a failure to appear. The judge in that case set your bond in the amount of $2,000. This would be a criminal mischief case, Ms. Kennedy Swanson. Was there an offer discussed with the victim already?
There's not
Ready
an
to go?
offer, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Girollo, your bond is going to remain at $2,000. You're going to addition your bond, have no contact with the victim in that case, all right?
I did not receive anything.
Don't talk about the facts of the case.
Don't talk about the facts of your case. I don't have the legal authority to change the bonds that another judge set on the failure to appear capious. So I'm appointing a public defender to represent you. And if there is a dispute, then they can get you in front of that judge to correct it.
I did not receive a document in the mail stating the date
All right, ma'am.
of the
Ma'am,
court hearing.
you can tell me that all day. Once I just told you, I don't have the authority to change that situation for you. So unless you want me to break the law, and that's what you're asking me to do, are you asking me to break the law? Yes, you are. You're asking me to change your bond amounts, which would be, I cannot do that. And I just told you that. The law says I can't do it.
Oh, well, I'm currently unemployed and I'm living because of income.
Okay.
I really can't afford that right
Your bond's $2,000. I appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. If you have an issue you want to address with that court that's saying you weren't getting notice and you didn't have proper notice and you didn't fail to appear on purpose, then you can get in front of that judge relatively quickly if you work with the people on that piece of paper, that's in that green piece of paper you have in your hand.
now. I didn't receive any document.
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
Had I received document,
Have a great day, ma'am. All right, tell me your name, ma'am.
Sarah Doyle.
Ms. Doyle, you are here in 2021 MO 212 AO on a city ordinance violation for disorderly conduct. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. This Kennedy Swanson is the withhold and court costs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Man, the offer from the city is a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs. Is that something you want to do today? The offer from the city is a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs.
What's the withhold adjudication? I don't know what that is.
All right, I'll have to spell to Ms. George if you don't understand what a withhold of adjudication is, because I think it's a little bit beyond my scope.
Withhold. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, I'll do that. Oh. Huh? No, I agree. No, I would not. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. Okay. My bad. No contest. Okay. I don't know what it means, but, all right.
You go ahead. All right, so do you want to take the city's offer of a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs?
Yes.
All right, could you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Uh-huh.
All right, put your hand on down. Ma'am, you're here in 2021 MO 212 AO on a charge of disorderly conduct.
Yes.
That is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that? Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve the case in front of us today?
No contest?
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to give up certain constitutional rights?
Okay.
One of those rights is you're going to give up the right to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Sure.
You understand? You give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial.
Okay.
At a trial, an attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. You understand that?
Yes.
If there's a witness you wanted to call and the court did not, that you wanted to come to court and the person did not want to come to court, I can use my subpoena power to make that person come to court.
Yes.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
In the past,
What was that mental health illness?
bipolar, but it was a wrong dude. Anyways.
Okay. Are you suffering from any symptoms of your bipolar disorder at this time?
No, I feel great.
All right.
I ate and I slept and good to go.
Sounds wonderful.
That's all I needed.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
All right. You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
I wish. No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm staying forever.
I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I do find a factual basis for the entering your plea. I accept your plea of no contest in this case, find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served.
Thank you.
I'll impose the court costs in this case amount of $223. I'll make those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Have a great day, ma'am. Tell me your name, sir.
Stanley Lamar Shannon, sir.
All right, Mr. Shannon, you are here in 2021 MO 213AO on charge of alcoholic beverage in an open container. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. And this is the same withhold court cost from the city?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Shannon, the city is offering you a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs. Is that something you want to take today?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Sir, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, you were here in 2021 MO 213AO on charge of open container. That is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve your case today? I can't hear you.
Oh, guilty.
All right. You understand by entering a plea of guilty in this case, you're going to give up certain constitutional rights.
Yes, sir.
One of those rights, you're going to give up the right to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand you give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial.
Yes, sir.
You know, at a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If there was a witness you wanted to call and that witness did not want to appear, the court can use the subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I do find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I accept your plea of guilty, find that it's freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold adjudication of guilt. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I will impose court costs in this case amount of $223. I'll give you 1 year to make that payment directly to the clerk. And you have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Have a great day, sir. All right. Afternoon, sir. Tell me your name.
Jason Ardella.
Mr. Ardella, you're here on a few matters this morning. This afternoon. As to Orange County, you are here for 2021 CF 1746AO. You're being charged with carrying a concealed firearm and possession of cocaine. I did review the charging affidavit. In that case, I did find a factual basis for a probable cause for your arrest as to that charge. I will stay your bonds in that case, amount of $2,500 as to count 1 and $150 as to count 2. You have an out-of-county case from Volusia County for a failure to appear. The judge that signed your failure to appear warrant set your bond at $0. You in 2019 CF 711AO here in Orange County, there was a failure to appear warrants in those cases, and the judge set your bond at $0 in those cases as well. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in all your cases while you're here in our custody. And have a great day, sir. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Tell me your name.
Jesse Ayotte.
Mr. Ayotte, you are here in 2019 CF 9846 AO on a charge of robbery with a firearm. The judge signing your warrant in that case did find probable cause for your arrest. You're also arrested in 2019 CF 10974 on a charge of robbery, and the judge signing your warrant in that case also found probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, as to 2019 CF 9846, what are you asking me to do as to the charge of robbery with a firearm?
And the defendant held at no bond, no contact with the victim, no weapons, no firearms, no contact with any witnesses, and explained to the defendant that includes being in custody.
All right. Ms. George, I want to appoint a public defender, Mr. Ayotte, to represent you in all your cases. Ms. George, do you have any rebuttal to what Ms. Kennedy Swanson is asking the court to do?
No argument, Your Honor. We reserve the right to have an Arthur hearing in the trial division.
All right. All right, sir. That's the 2019 CF 9846 AO. The court is going to hold you, remain you at no bond in that case, making addition to your any release that you are subject to at a later time, that you have no contact with the victims in this case, or any witnesses. That includes from the jail. That you not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. That you do not return to the scene of the location where that incident happened. In 2019 CF 10974 AO, the court is going to set your bond amount of $10,000 with the same conditions that you have in 2019 CF 9846 AO. All right, sir, we're going to get you on to your next court date. Have a great day.
Yes, sir. I just also would like to thank the state's attorney's office as well as the court for transporting me from my camp to be able to take care of this stuff.
All right.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, no problem. Have a great day, sir. All right, where did this come from? Okay. Okay. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Anthony Marcellus Balan.
Mr. Balan, you are here in 2021 CF 1770 AO on charges of driver license suspended, I believe as a driver license suspended as a third subsequent offender, no valid driver's license, and resisting officer without violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find a factual basis for a probable cause for your arrest as to those charges. I'm going to stay your bond in count 1 amount of $2,500. I'm going to set your bond in count 2 in amount of $100. And I'm going to stay your bond in count 3 in amount of $500. And Ms. Kennedy Swanson, you asked me to take no action on his out on bond case?
Yes, Your Honor. All
right, sir. I'm not going to take any action on your out on bond case, which is 2020 CF 12930.
Couldn't hear you, sir. Could you repeat that one more time?
I'm not going to take any action on your out on bond case, which is 2020 CF 12930. But
I'll resolve that case, sir.
yeah, I'm not saying you're guilty of this, but this is a very dangerous and silly thing. And actually, while we're here, additionally your bonds do not have contact. Where we have Ms. Daniela, I think she bonded. What was it? Harrington.
Harrigan?
Yeah, you don't have any contact with her for now, because y'all seem to be two odd peas in the pod. Yeah, I think her name is Daniela Harrigan, I believe. Janelle Harrigan, that's what it was. Yeah, no contact with her, because y'all, it's co-defendant. Yeah, no contact with her.
We've all been there.
All right. Have a great day. I want to point the public defender represent you in all your cases. Have a great day, sir.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes, sir.
It has to do with effective bonding out. I seen, earlier I was trying to post a bond and it said the hold, is that now?
Yeah, because you were held because you had you're out on bond in another case, so you had to come see me.
Okay, so
But I'm
now
not taking any action on your case because Ms. Kennedy Swanson over here from the state attorney's office telling me that she don't want me to.
It's not attached.
But
So now I'm out of the group?
yeah, but I'm gonna say don't come back here. Because I'm not gonna do it again. Have a great day.
Thank you.
I can get a credit for it on
All right. Want to tell me something having the burden?
Burton is a refusal, Your Honor.
All right. We had Darkevius Burton. That's wrong. Somebody has a better pronunciation. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him in 2019 CF 9731 AO. Ms. George, do you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive.
All right, sir. All right, in that case, I'm going to state his bonds as set in that case. Condition his bond and not return to the scene of the location. Actually, no, forget it. I'm sorry, scratch that. As account 1 is set, I'm going to set his bond amount of $3,500. As account 2, going to set his bond amount of $10,000. As account 3, going to state his bond amount of $100. As account 4, going to set his bond amount of $10,000. No contact with the victim, any victims or witnesses. No return to the scene of the location where this happened. No, cannot possess any other identification except his own.
You said count 3 was $100?
No, yep, $100,000. No, count 3 is $100,000. Yep, you got it right. Yep. Yep. What, you said $10,000. $10,000.
Count 3.
Count 3 is $1,000. I'll stay in the ball.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Trable, you got a case as well this morning? What's your case?
Grant, Albert Grant, but I can wait for him to be called up there if I'm in no hurry.
All right. Mr. Blankner is here with us again. You got to cover your face, Mr. Blankner. You got to cover your face.
But you got to cover your nose.
Yeah.
There you go.
Got it.
Who are you here for?
I'm here for Raymond, let's see if I get this right, it's Mr. Kendall Ali's case. Raymond Melendez Nieves.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get him up next and get Mr. Blankner on out of here. All right, ma'am, tell me your name.
Crystal Carman.
Ms. Carmen, you are here in 2021 CF 1738 AO on charges of aggravated battery of motor vehicle and battery. Has PTR, has she already been screened for mental health pretrial release?
For mental pretrial? No.
Yes. All right. All right, ma'am. I'm going to release you. We'll stay your bonds or an alternative. We'll stay your bonds, no contact with the victim. In this case, no operating motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Or an alternative, we're going to release you on straight mental health pretrial release. Same conditions, no contact with the victim. No operating motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. So I'm going to screen you for mental health pretrial release. If you qualify, then you're going to be released so straight on that. Otherwise, you can post bond as it's set.
The same?
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
All right. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Albert Grant.
All right, Grant. All right, Mr. Grant, you're here in 2021 CF 1693 AO on charges of robbery with a firearm and grand theft. The judge signing your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, what are you asking that I do with Mr. Grant?
Continue to hold the defendant at no bond, no contact with the victim or any witnesses, no contact including while he's in custody, no weapons, no firearms.
All right.
What's this last name? Grant?
Grant. Albert Grant. Alexander Grant, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Mr. Trable, you are here representing Mr.
Yeah, we
Grant?
believe, Your Honor, that the court, that Mr. Grant is eligible for a bond. And we ask the court for a petition for one right now. He has ties to the community. He was born and raised here. His family lives here. He has little to no prior criminal history. He has one adult offense a year ago for that I represented him on for a curfew violation to which he entered a plea.
Mr. Trayvell, he's born in 2001, right?
Pardon me?
He hasn't been an adult for that long, correct?
No, sir.
Okay.
But just
I was saying he had one adult offense. I was like, as a
I understand that, Your Honor, but I'm playing the hand that I'm dealt, as you know. But Judge, we believe he's entitled to a bond. Also, ask the court to take no action. Mr. Grant is out on bond, but the offense alleged this occurred prior to his arrest. In the case he's out on bond, which is why I'm here, just to make sure that we'd ask the court to grant a bond in accordance with this bond schedule. And
do you have another case? Okay, here we go. 2021 CF 1412AO. What's the charge in that case? No, that's one what the charges are.
It's false imprisonment, Your Honor. It is Mr. Grant was. Pardon me.
The DV case.
He is not a relationship to the victim. The victim and the primary. He's friends with the person who was charged with domestic violence and false imprisonment. He was with them.
I remember not thinking. Now I know. I remember now. I remember that affidavit. Now I'm thinking about that case.
Yeah, he was in the car. He was with them. So he's.
Mr. Trayvell, I want to tell you right now. I had concerns like when I read that fact pattern because there was a young female, if I remember correctly. There were two, him, myself, and then the actual perpetrator of the false imprisonment was another gentleman, if I'm correct,
Yes,
right?
Your Honor.
And he was the other two friends, or associates, or whatever you want to call them.
Take to say this, Your Honor.
Okay.
As you all know,
that seemed to be like a juvenile. Like I'm looking at his juvenile history, and I'm thinking like, you're an adult now, sir, and you're in the same pattern, which is like a problem. Like I'm finding the problem trying to set your bond in this case.
Part of those juvenile offenses, Your Honor, were false statements by the victim that took months to get resolved, but they were dismissed after we showed the victim lying over and over again. I represent him on that matter.
Yeah, I'm just from my time hanging out in JDC and with the Juvenile Justice Center. When I read that fact pattern, I thought in my mind immediately was there's these 4 young adults, and then they're all in the same juvenile pattern of what we see all the time.
When these cases are resolved, Your Honor, I plan on having a long come to Jesus talk about Mr. Grant and growing up and making better choices in the future.
Yeah.
I've already talked to his mom about that, and she will have a stern talk with him as well, and hopefully that will correct the error of his ways. But
all right. This is one of these rare cases. I read this affidavit that there's probable cause there, but obviously there's some other things going on. So, sir, I'm going to set your bond in the robbery of the firearm case, in amount of $50,000. Count 2 in an amount of $5,000. Issuing a bond, you had no contact with the victim, not have contact with your co-defendant in this case, not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release, and you're not returned to the scene of this location where this happened. Are you still going to Lake Nona High?
No, sir. I'm currently in aviation maintenance school and also in aviation flying school.
All right, so cannot go to Lake Nona High.
Your Honor, I'm in petition of the court, Judge. A bond amount of $50,000 is tantamount to no bond. I don't think his family has the resources to afford that much of a bond.
You can have that discussion with the assigned division judge, but Mr. Grant, if this is proven in some other, I don't know what other evidence they have, it's a 10-year minimum mandatory up to life.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all we have.
This is not summer camp at one of those commitment programs. It's big boy prison. So, as if proven, I don't know what the facts, I don't know what the case is going to unfold, but if proven, that's what you're facing. So, based on that, and based on the pattern that I see in his current history, that's where I think it's appropriate bond to set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, sir. Have a great day.
Judge, good to see you. I haven't seen you since you took the
Yes,
bench.
sir.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. Your Honor, I don't have any matters for this court. With your permission, may I be excused?
Yes, sir, Mr. Trayvell. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. What's the client's name again?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Buck Blankner on behalf of Raymond Melendez Nieves.
Melendez Nieves.
And I had a good argument yesterday on our bond issue, but I don't have as good an argument today.
Okay.
Just being straight with the court on this. I think Mr. Melendez Nieves got picked up last night. He was in a vehicle.
Let me find him first, and then we can have a question. We have to talk about Mr. Melendez Nieves.
The female was driving, and in the center console underneath it, they found a firearm.
Yep. All right. All right, sir. Tell me your name.
Raymond Anthony Melendez Nieves.
All right, Mr. Melendez Nieves, you're here in 2021 CF 1758 AO on a charge of carrying concealed firearm, possession of cannabis. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bond in count 1 in the amount of $1,000, and I'm going to set your bond in count 2 in the amount of $150. Issuing the bond, possessing no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. No drugs, no alcohol, without a valid prescription. You are out on release in a violation of pre-life two-trial release condition case in 2020 CF 9334. In that case, court find probable cause that you commit a new law offense while out on release. Is going to revoke your bond as to that matter and set a new bond at $0. You're going to get your Mr. Blankner already represents you, get you in front of your division judge to have an appropriate bond hearing as to what the court believes is going to be sufficient safeguards for the community. That's it, sir. Have a great day. Well, Mr. Blankner, unless you have something else.
Say again?
Unless you have something else, Mr. Blankner.
No, I have nothing else to say to the court at this time.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
I understand the court's position and what it needs to do.
Yep. All right. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's good to see you.
All right. Good job. Have a good day, Mr. Blankner.
Joshua Casada is medical.
All right. All right, this 2021 CF 1728 AO, Mr. Casada. Was arrested on charge of grand theft. We're going to appoint a public defender to represent him. Ms. George.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
We'd ask for no contact and no return, Your Honor.
All right. Was this part of the same? I couldn't tell. Was it like a separate? Because the way this was written, it was kind of a. Was it part of the same incident with the aggravated battery?
I have to go look at the aggravated battery case, Your Honor. And the aggravated assault case.
Sorry, aggravated assault. Yeah, don't worry about it. I won't say his bonds is set. No contact with any witnesses or victims or witnesses.
It's a different incident, Your Honor.
Yeah. All right, ma'am. Tell me your name.
My name's Mary Frances Curley.
Ms. Curley, you're here in 2021 CF 1170 AO on a charge of failure of a sex offender to report. The judge signed your warrant. Has already found probable cause for your arrest. They set your bond amount of $5,000. Issuing your bonds within 48 hours of your release, you report to the sheriff's office and report as a sex offender or sexual predator. Have a great day. On point of public defender to represent you. Have a great day, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Tell me your name.
LaFrance Doherty.
Is Doherty correct?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Doherty, you were arrested in 2020 CF 15057 AO on charge of driver license suspended as a habitual traffic offender. The judge signing your warrant has already found probable cause for your arrest. And I guess Ms. Kenny Swanson, you guys already filed on this other driver's license suspended case?
One second.
Well, after this case, it's going to state your bond amount $2,500. Condition your bond, no operating motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Yes, the 2020 CF 10778 case
Yes,
has
ma'am.
a trial management conference of February 25th in front of Judge Weiss, Division 11.
All right. And then the aggravated battery case as well. Still going same.
We filed on that case, the 2019-9625, that case. I have a pretrial conference date that was set for 2/2, and I don't have any other notes after that, so I don't know. It's been continued a few times,
All right.
so I don't know the status.
I guess my question to you then, and ultimately, is what should we do about Ms. Doherty? And
The state's not going to ask for her bond to be revoked on her out-of-bond cases. I see like the aggravated battery case. I mean, she's been out since July of 2019.
yeah, then we saw her again last year for another driver license suspended case at some point. And then now we're at the beginning of 2021, and we're here for another driver license suspended case, but it happened at the end of last year, based on the warrant date. But all right, Ms. Doherty, I want to do this. If this wasn't a warrant and you were arrested for this, I probably was going to hold you here. But I'm not going to take any action on your 2020 CF 10778 case and 2019 CF 9625 AO case. But if anything is telling you, they watching you, so
Thank you so much.
you may want to act appropriately, knowing that. All right, want to put the public defender represent you. Have a great day. It's not Glance. See?
Glancy, Michael,
Yes, sir.
medical.
All right, Mr. Glancy was here in three matters. Two supposed to be here in 2021 MM 1020, 2021 CF 1740, and 2021 MM 1021. Ms. George, do you want to waive his appearance and appoint a public defender to represent him in all three cases?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive.
I'm going to stay his bonds as set. The condition of his bonds: no return to the scenes of the locations, no contact with any victims or witnesses in those cases, no drugs, no alcohol without valid prescription. All right, sir, tell me your name. All right, Mr. Graves, you are here in 2021 CF 1719 AO on charges of possession of MDMA or ecstasy, tampering with physical evidence, possession of cocaine. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. I would normally release you on your own recognizance, but seeing your last conviction date was last month.
Last month?
It says you served some sentence on a possession of ammunition by convicted felon, possession of drug paraphernalia case. And then you went to prison. You got out earlier on the 8th. It says today's the 12th. And you're with us again. So I'm going to stay your bond in the amount of $1,000. And your other bonds at $150 and $150 apiece. Condition your bonds to not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. And, if you want to make a change, my man, there's people here to help you. But it's up to you. There you go. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Tell me your name.
Barry Henderson.
All right, Mr. Henderson, you are here in 2021 CF 1731AO. On a charge of battery on a school employee. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. PTR, he doesn't qualify. I'm asking.
He wasn't able to verify the community ties.
Well, it seems like you guys talked to his grandmother.
I understand.
But is his grandmother the one him at home? That's what it is?
He was living in a transitional house. I don't believe that he can stay with the grandmother.
All right. He seems to be one of our dependency fallouts, which he needs some kind of community structure. If I say PTR, is somebody going to come to my office immediately?
Not at all.
All right. All right, Mr. Henderson, I'm going to release you on straight pretrial release in this case. I don't know if they expelled you from school, but on orders for right now, you have no contact with the victim as part of your pretrial release. And hopefully, through pretrial release, it can get you some setup, get you more stable, all right?
Okay.
All right, so listen to the pretrial release officer, follow the directions. If you don't follow the directions, then I have no choice but to keep you here with me, okay?
Is that no contact and no weapons, Your Honor?
No weapons, no firearms. Any weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours. But listen to your PTR officer. Follow their directions. They're going to be there to try to help you get through this process. But if you don't listen to them and you want to not follow their directions, they don't have nowhere else to keep you but here with me at the Orange County Jail, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
All right, sir, tell me your name.
Jordan Hill.
Mr. Hill, you're here in 2021 CF 1732 AO on charge of grand theft motor vehicle. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. We're going to stay your bond amount of $1,000 in this case. Petition your bond had no contact with any victims or witnesses. I'm not going to take any action on your out on bond case, which is 2020 CF 13414 AO. But you should know the game by now.
Yes, sir.
People can't afford cars like let you ride in the car.
Sir?
Stop getting in the cars.
Yes,
They ain't yours.
Yes, sir.
All right? That's not a good plan?
Yes,
Keep you from getting out of trouble?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day.
Bye.
All right, ma'am, tell me your name.
Sonia Hill.
All right, Ms. Hill, you're here in 2021 CF 1750 AO on charges of grand theft motor vehicle and possession of cannabis. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, do you have a supplemental affidavit? Other than what
I don't
the
have.
1, 2, 3 lines I'm looking at?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Are you asking for more time?
I am not, Your Honor.
All right, the court's not going to find probable cause that Ms. Hill for these offenses and going to release you on your own recognizance as to these 2 charges. All right, so later time, they may arrest you again. You may get a notice in the mail, show up at your court date.
I'll follow all the rules.
If you don't show up on point, the public defender represents you. But if you don't show up at your court date, then you may get arrested again. So make sure you keep your address updated with the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day.
How you doing, sir?
Doing well, how are you? All right, sir, can you tell me your name?
My name is Seneca Howard, sir.
All right, Mr. Howard. You're here in 2020 MM 857 AO on charge of battery. The judge signed your warrant. Set your bond amount of $500. Condition your bond, no contact with the victim, no return to the scene, do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You're also arrested in 2021 CF 1743 AO on charge of possession of MDMA or ecstasy. The court did review the charging affidavit. In that case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bonds in the amount of $1,000. That's that charge. Addition to that bond, no drugs, alcohol without prescription. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, we asking you to do as to the vehicular homicide case.
May I have one moment, Your Honor? I just want to see the status. State would request that you revoke the bond and set a new bond.
All right, sir, when this happened, at least as to the possession of NDMA case, you were out on bond in 2020 CF 4414 AO. As to that case, were all 3 charges filed?
It was filed as vehicular homicide, failure to render aid, attempting to leave the scene of a crash with death, driving without a valid license with death or serious injury.
Okay, so all 3 charges were filed. All right, sir, as to that case, I'm going to revoke that bond. I'm going to set a new bond and at $20,000 on each count. Condition of that bond, no contact with any victims or witnesses or victims' families. No operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Your Honor, we would ask that you
Appoint a
lower
public
the
defender to
bonds.
represent you.
Sorry, we would ask that you lower the bonds on 2 of the counts at least. My client does have a steady job. He's employed full-time. However, if you set a $20,000 bond on all 3 counts, there's no way he's going to be able to post that. Thereby,
Well, the rule usually is I double the bonds, and I did 20,000 short of that, at 60,000.
so you're going to have a hearing. You're going to have to call and ask for the hearing.
All right, have a great day. All right, ma'am, tell me your name.
Nikita Jackson.
All right, Ms. Jackson, you are here in 2021 CF 1733 AO on charges of possession of methamphetamine and possession of cannabis. The court did review the charging affidavit in your case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bonds at set in the amount of $1,000 and $100. You're out on bond in 2021 CF 1527 AO. Court's going to revoke that bond. We're going to set a new bond amount of $5,000. Condition all your bonds not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. There's 2 counts? I only saw 1.
Possession of controlled substance.
Oh, so pay theft. All right, so I'll do 4,000 on one and 1,000 on the other.
So my bond amount, my total amount will be 5,000?
It's 5,000 on the old case, and the new case is 1,100. So $6,100.
Can you go a little bit lower?
Not really. The new allegation is that you committed the same offense as the old allegation, so
I won't do it again.
I believe you. But for right now, we'll do what the law requires me to do, and we'll set new bonds, all right? Have a great day.
Thank you.
Tell me your name, sir.
What?
Tell me your name.
Demetrius Carey.
Mr. Carey, you're here in 2021 CF 1739 AO on charge of criminal mischief of $1,000 or more. The court reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. When was the last time he was evaluated? Somebody can tell me. I'm a little concerned that we're seeing and saw him again for the same offense this year. Or did they send an order to the judge to have him evaluated?
He was found, order finding defendant incompetent. Let me see what date this is. It was due, yep, January 12th of this year, 2021, Your Honor.
And what was the recommendation? Was community release?
It was released, he would reside with his mother, attend all Aspire.
All right, so I think it's a change of circumstance that requires that the court take another look at Mr. Carey as to whether he thinks that he may be in need of restoration at the state hospital. So in 2020 CF 4608 and 2021 CF 686 and 2021 CF 686 and then 2020 CF 1285. Of course, going to revoke those bonds. I'm going to set new bonds at $0. Hopefully, we can get him in front of whoever the related case judge is, so they can figure out what's going on with him.
And for the record, that is not state's recommendation.
Your Honor, we would advise that you don't. He is intellectually disabled. We would ask that you leave his out on bond charges and RR him on these charges based on the filing of the order of incompetency.
Yeah. So, competency is a fluent situation. I don't know if there was an APD order of evaluation. So he may be intellectually disabled, but not legally intellectually disabled, because that didn't happen until he was an adult. So I don't know if he was under APD, or is he supposed to be restoration through is it CMT, is what they call it? Or IM? Okay, the people that do the restoration for APD. That may be true. It sounds like he may be a danger to himself and others. Literally, his quote is that this is what I do.
Excuse me, sir.
So, based on that, I think he needs the doctors need to take another look. Yes, ma'am. All right. All right. Have a great day, sir. We want to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases if they don't already do. Yes, sir.
He's going to require a Spanish interpreter.
All right.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has already been sworn.
All right, Mr. Riley, this is Judge Bain calling from the BRC. I have a defendant here with the headsets on. If you could make a connection, please.
Okay. There is contact, Your Honor.
All right, sir, tell me your name.
Cristian Laplace Torres.
Christian Laplace Torres.
All right, Mr. Lopez Torres, you're here in 2021 CF 1759AO on a charge of possession of oxycodone. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bond in the amount of $1,000. In this case, condition of your bond do not, $2,000. Condition of your bond do not possess any drugs, alcohol without a valid prescription. You're on bond in 2020 CF 2300 out of Osceola County. The court's going to revoke that bond. I'm going to set new bonds in count 1 and count 2 in the amount of $5,000 each. Condition those bonds do not have contact with any victims or witnesses, not return to the scene, the location where that happened. Have a great day, sir. Yeah, 5,000 each count. All right.
Jeremiah Ledesma refused, Your Honor.
All right. Did Ramjuan refuse at the same time? Just asking. Did Randy Ramjuan refuse? I was asking because I want to pick at it. They're the same person.
Down, Dexter.
They're involved in the same case, so I was going to do them at the same time.
RAMKUMIR.
No.
All right. All right. As Mr. Ledesma, Jermaine Ledesma in 2020 CF 2020 CF 1754AO. One point of public defender represent him. Ms. George, you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, we'll waive.
All right. Going to stay his bonds set in that case. No contact with any victims or witnesses or co-defendant, including Mr. Randy Ramjawar. He was out on probation in Osceola County case 2020 CF 612AO. Of course, going to find on view violation of probation. Going to set new bonds at $0. Was there a warrant already? No. He's only had one probation case, right?
There's a warrant and an on view.
Oh, okay. Well, his warrant and his bond is all $0 for his probation. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Juan Carlos Marrero.
What happened to Mr. Ramjuan?
Who was that?
You have an inmate under here?
He's the co-defendant.
He's a co-defendant.
That we just asked about. That was like 5 people back.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 2.
Randy Ramkumar?
Yes.
Yep.
He's further back. You wanted in now?
I was going to do because they were the same, but don't worry about it. All right, and no problem. I had Oscar Lucindo Ruiz.
He's in hospital now.
All right. So that's 2021 CF 1757AO. He's here on charge of resisting officer without violence and possession and driver's license suspended, permanently revoked. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him. Ms. George, you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, we'll waive.
All right, and we'll leave his bonds as set in his cases. No operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All right, and now we're Mr. Moreno. All right, sir, tell me your name one more time.
I'm Carlos Marrero.
Mr. Moreno, you are here in 2021 CF 1724 AO on charge of possession of cocaine. The court did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. So I'm going to stay your bonds as set in that matter. You're also here in 2020 CF 9293 AO on violation of pretrial release. The judge in that case signed your warrant, set your bond amount of $5,000. Your bond remain at that amount. You're out on bond in 2020 CF 146. Sorry. Yep. Out on bond in 2020 CF 14657 AO. Court's going to revoke that bond. We're going to set a new bond in the amount of $5,000. Condition all your bonds not possess any drugs or alcohol without prescription. If you're struggling with substance abuse, sir, you can, there are police here at the court, here at the jail, out in the community. They can try to get you the help that you want, but you got to want that help. Otherwise, she's going to keep seeing me on a regular basis. So have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, sir.
James Brian McNeil.
Mr. McNeil, you're here in 2021 CF 1747 AO on charge of coordinated retail theft. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I want to state your bond in the amount of $1,000. Condition your bond had no contact with any victims or witnesses or co-defendants. Do not return to the scene of the location. You also have a Hillsborough warrant for a failure to appear, and the judge in that case set your bond at $0. Your bond remained at $0 in that case. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am, tell me your name. All right, Ms. Mosley, you're here in 2020 CF 14428 AO on charge of robbery, subsequent force. The court did, the judge signed your warrant, found probable cause for your arrest. It set your bond amount of $7,500. Condition your bond did not return to the scene of the incident. No weapons, no firearms, no contact with any victims or witnesses or co-defendants in that case. State, are you asking me to take any action on her Volusia County probation?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Lois Mosley, you can bond out, but I'm quite sure Volusia County is going to come looking for you real soon. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got a hold.
Yep, because you committed a robbery, or alleged to committed a robbery. You are now considered a violent felony offender of special concern. You're out on probation when that happened. Because of that designation, the jail has 5 days to get probation to come violate you because you're not entitled to release on any type of bond on that violation.
So I got a violation hold.
Yeah, well, you have a hold for a violent felony offender hold, and it's going to turn into a probation hold for zero bond. All right, have a great day. Tell me your name, sir.
Cletus Wayne Motley Jr., sir.
All right, Mr. Motley, you are here in 2021 CF 1767 AO on a charge of trafficking in methamphetamine. The court did review the charging affidavit. In that case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. We're going to state your bond amount of $50,000. Condition your bond, possession no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Yeah. It said probation, but I didn't have time to look him up. Where was his probation is out of Osceola, right?
Correct.
You have a number? Case number? Was it in here?
There are quite a few cases.
Yeah, but that's like 2010, I'm guessing, that's what it is?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So it looks like you're on probation when this happened. And in 2010, CF 4595 out of Osceola, 2011 CF 3327 in Osceola, 2011 CF 4691 in Osceola, and 2013 CF 247 in Osceola County. Of course, going to find an on-view violation in all those probations, and I'm going to set new bonds at $0 in those violations.
He also has the 5-day hold.
Say again?
He also has the 5-day hold.
All right.
So warrant
Yes, ma'am.
forthcoming.
All right, have a great day, sir. Well, that one I can take direct action on, so it doesn't, yeah. The other one, they're all down here. This is CF after, so 2010, CF. This is 2011, CF, yep. All right, tell me your name.
Randy Ramon.
All right, Mr. Ramwar, you were here in 2021 CF 1755 AO for a charge of grand theft motor vehicle, and in 2021 CF 1756 for driver license suspended habitual traffic offender.
He has an attorney that he wants us to call him.
Okay, call. Give him a ring. I couldn't take direct action on Ms. Mosley until unless the state said I could.
You see an Allen bond case here
For who?
for this defendant?
No, they were, he's on probation.
Oh, okay.
No, Ms. Mosley was on probation in Volusia County, but since they didn't arrest her for the violation. No.
Yeah, he's on
All right. All right, I'll make this part of the record. Who is on the line?
Good afternoon, Judge. This is Attorney David Chico.
Mr. Chico, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself, Judge?
Mr. Chico, I wanted to put this part of the record. I prosecuted Mr. Renoir, I think probably for the cases that you're on probation for, but I didn't know if that was going to be an issue, and I had to reset him for tomorrow.
Okay, so he's going to have the initial appearance tomorrow?
He can. I mean, I don't know if you're asking me to recuse myself because I was his prosecutor for the cases that he's on probation for.
Oh, yeah, down in Osceola County, Judge?
Yes, sir. Yes.
It's fine, Judge. I mean, I think the plan is to revoke his bond on those cases no matter what.
Yeah, I was going to find on-view violations for the cases he's on Osceola anyways, just based on probable cause.
I mean, you know, I really appreciate and respect that you brought that up for the record, and I just think first of all, I think you're very fair. It's always been my experience, and second, I think that no matter who the judge is, I mean, they're just going to follow a procedure of revoking his bond for the Osceola County.
All right.
So I would waive any objection to that.
All right. So, Mr. Renoir, you're here in 2021 CF 1755 AO on a charge of grand theft motor vehicle, and you're also here in 2021 CF 1756 AO on charge of driver license suspension, habitual traffic offender. I did review both charging affidavits. I did find probable cause for your arrest in both cases. I'm going to stay your bond as to the grand theft motor vehicle charge in about $1,000. I'm going to make a condition in your bond. You have no contact with any victims or witnesses in that case. And you're not possessing any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're also arrested in 2021 CF 1756 AO for a driver license suspended habitual traffic offender. I'm going to stay your bond amount of $2,500. I'm going to make a condition of that bond. You not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You're on probation in Osceola County cases 2019 CF 2464, 2019 CF 3163, and 2019 CF 3964. And in those cases, I'm going to find on-view violations of your probation. I'm going to violate your probation, find on-view violations, and we'll set new bonds at $0. He already had a warrant, didn't he?
No.
No, okay.
Did he have a warrant, Judge?
No, I don't think so. I think his co-defendant had a warrant, but he did not. But from a fine on view violation is based on the probable cause of you committing new law offenses here.
So you're staying these and
Say again?
you're staying the
Yeah, say the bonds, and then did on view violations for the probations. All right, Mr. DeChico, you want to be heard on anything else?
No, Your Honor. Would you happen to know what division or courtroom the Orange County cases would be going to?
Let's get the paperwork to 14.
The grand theft is 14 Strawbridge, and the driving is LeBlanc, 22.
All right, so the grand theft is Strobridge and 14, and then Judge LeBlanc has the driver's license suspended for now.
Okay, LeBlanc and Strawbridge. Thank you so much, Judge.
All right, no problem. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye. You too.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rajawan.
Thank you so much.
Tell me your name, sir.
Jose Rivas.
Mr. Rivas, you are here in 2021 CF 1749AO on charge of trafficking in fentanyl and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Court did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. We're going to state your bond and count one amount of $100,000 and $1,000 is to count two. Condition your bond not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in your case.
He didn't hear the bond.
Say?
He did not hear the bond.
I'm sorry. I'm saying your bonds is on the charging affidavit at $100,000 and $1,000. We're going to condition your bond not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. All right. We're going to appoint a public defender to represent you. All right. Have a great day, sir. All right. Tell me your name, sir.
Michael B. Torres.
All right, Mr. Torres, you're here in 2021 CF 1735AO for 5 counts of sexual battery on a child over the age of 12 by a person over the age of 18. The judge signing your warrant has already found probable cause for your arrest. I want to set your bonds as follows. $25,000 is account 1, $25,000 is account 2. $25,000 is account 3, $25,000 is account 4, $25,000 is account 5. Condition of the bond have no contact with any victims or witnesses in this case. You may not have any contact with any child under the age of 18 years old. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You must maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the residence. My no contact order does extend to your time while you're here at the jail. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Tell me your name, ma'am. Is it Tarwick?
Treywick.
Treywick? All right, Ms. Treywick, you are here in 2021 2021 CF 1760AO on charge of attempted burglary of conveyance and possession of drug paraphernalia. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. If I pre-trial release her, they're going to yell at me?
No, sir.
All right. All right, man, I'm going to place you on pre-trial release in this case. Condition of your pre-trial release, not possessing any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You will be subject to random drug testing at your expense. You know, have no contact with any victims or witnesses, not return to the scene of this location. Have a great day, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, sir. Tell me your name.
William Demetrius Tynes.
Mr. Tynes, you are here in 2020 CF 5226 AO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond amount $10,000. Your bond remain as set. We'll appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, sir.
Hey, sir.
Yes, sir.
My problem is, since they R&R me, I got a letter at how I don't get another
I
letter.
got you. I got what you're saying, but that's something you got to work out with the division judge. I can't change your bonds here.
Okay,
That's a failure to appear warrant.
division judge.
Yes, sir. You would talk to your public
When would I
defender?
see him?
Say again?
When would I see the division judge?
I don't know. Whenever your next court date is, they'll probably put you on a pretrial docket. So that's why you need to keep in contact with your public defender so they can get you in front of that judge quicker.
I'm saying, so right now, I'm just in here for a bond?
Well, for a failure to appear warrant, it's $10,000 is the bond. Tell me your name, sir.
Edward Williams.
All right. Mr. Williams, you're here in 2021 CF 1745 AO for a charge of driving while license suspended as a habitual traffic offender. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bond amount of $2,500 in this case. Condition your bond, do not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You are out on bond in 2020 CF 12697 AO. In that case, I'm going to revoke that bond. I'm going to set a new bond at $5,000. Condition that bond again. Do not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Does this mean I have a bond?
You have a bond for today, but if you see me for a third time, you know.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, sir. Tell me your name.
Julio Nera.
Mr. Nera, you are here in 2017 CF 9318 AO for a violation of probation. The judge signed your warrant for violation, set your bond amount of $0. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case, and it gets you in front of that judge to have a hearing.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything else for the better of the order?